What's up, everybody? It is the first episode of season 7 of Love and Hip Hop. We about to see who's all the way up. Let's get it.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey,
Turn it up.
Yeah, Khaliel.
Turn it up.
Hey, Millie Rock on any block.
Let's
son.
go.
Let's go. Hey, Millie Rock on any block, son.
That's right, baby. What you know about it?
This mic.
Right. I just want to just crump like it's like, just, What's up, everybody? You know what it is. Your boy Lem Gonsalves here for the first episode of season 7 of Love and Hip Hop New York.
Yeah.
We all the way up, turned up in the studio. You know how we do. Of course, I'm not here alone. I got my peoples with me.
Yeah.
To my left, my man, he's been rocking with me for a minute now.
It has been
Yeah,
a minute.
yeah.
I ain't gonna-
You know what it is. Jimmy Vibert, what's up?
My first ever after show I did with you, bro.
Oh, no way. That was the
it's been
first
a while.
one.
Catfish.
Word.
You remember them days?
Yeah.
Yo, it's your boy Jimmy V. What's going on? Twitter, Instagram, at Be Your Own Dad. Follow the kid. What's up?
Yeah. And you know, I got my other man holding the anchor down, man.
Crumper.
You know what it is. He got the moves. What's up, Khaliel?
What's going on, man? Khaliel Abooboo, Twitter and Instagram, at Khaliel Abooboo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can find me at the Poet Saint all day, every day. And you can also check out my website, stayonthemic.com, because we on this mic and it's hot. What?
The shameless plug. Do it to him.
do
You
it.
know, we
Do it
gotta
to
do
him.
what we do. Let me break it now. Now I'm gonna start looking crazy. Oh man, shout out to our guy James in the booth,
Shout out to
What
the
up?
producers.
holding it down. Letting us
Behind
know,
the cameras.
yeah, man. You know, we're about to bring up this live feed
Word.
and see what the peoples is talking about.
All right, so AfterBuzz, I'm gonna let you guys know now. I hopped on this panel because I heard y'all like to be in tune with the host. Y'all like to talk that talk. So what's up?
Yeah,
Join us in.
yeah. Talk to us, man. So, being that this
got a
is
lot to
the
say.
initial episode of season 7, of course, they got to reintroduce some characters,
Right.
and they got to introduce us to some new characters, which they did. I think we still haven't got everybody that's going to be on the season.
no.
They're saving a little bit, but we got through a lot. So we start off. We see Cardi B, which I think is the
She's back.
breakout of the last
Cardi
season.
B is the reason I'm watching the show.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Her and Remy Ma, like,
Yeah.
that's
oh, yeah.
it. I'm good on everybody
Oh
else.
man, you know what? And I agree with you. I was looking to see Peter Guns and the threesome
Couldn't
that he
care
had
less.
on
Yeah.
it, but
He's slick.
yeah. So we don't see we do see a little glimpse of him. So he looks like he's gonna be on later. I don't see any of the
Yep.
women he's been with. I was kind of looking for that. I'm not gonna lie, but I agree with you.
Yeah,
I
Cardi
agree
B
with you.
drastically.
Yeah,
Drastically
yeah.
My life been drastically changed.
Right,
She's like,
right.
got these coins.
Yo, and then we see her sister Hennessy.
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 Isn't that a name? Isn't that a name?
I love it though. I
Wait.
love it though.
That's a
But
name.
it matches her though. That's what's crazy.
Is that her actual name?
Sister.
Oh my god.
I mean, I felt like wait.
That was funny.
It's like you feel like, okay, what you got? You got tequila. You got. I mean, you know, you got to. Like, oh, I'm gonna pick Hennessy. Like,
Right.
and that's how she picked her name
Right.
because that's what she had to drink
Hey.
the night before.
Definitely.
Basically.
I'd have took some shots too.
Right. I love how her sister was saying, you know, we got to stay on the top. First of all, what are you doing to stay on the top? Because I see Cardi B is
she
doing.
was riding.
So
What are you
I-
doing besides riding
She
her
was riding.
sister's
Right.
coattail?
But I mean, but she's
But hey,
not doing
I ain't going for it. I'd have done the
Let-
same exact
Right,
shit.
let
'cause
my
she's
brother
popping.
blow up. I'd be like, boy, we
I'm
did
like,
it.
hey, we
Oh,
go
we
to the
did.
top. We go to the top.
All the way up.
Y'all wrong. But I think that definitely we're gonna see a lot from them. They seem super turned up.
Yeah.
So I know we're gonna get a lot from them, especially Cardi B. And seems like she's not slowing down from last season.
Right.
We do see Richie Dollars, aka Richie D, come in. He's been kind of a staple since day one.
Right.
He's got some new
Yeah.
business ventures. What y'all think about Richie Dollars?
Man, his business ventures is bullshit. I'll say that. But he keeps coming on season after season to keep his name
Relevant.
So hey, it's
I
cool.
mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Right.
You know.
You got to do what you got to do.
You know.
I do see DJ Self is back in the house, and he kind of came out last season. He had like a lot of women's, issues going on with this girl. He had this girl, and he was seeing this girl, so it was a lot of that going on. But he was on there, I think, because of his production that he does.
We all know why he was there.
All of it. Well, I'm trying to give him the
No,
benefit
no,
of the
no.
doubt.
I feel you.
But I got okay, cool.
Yeah.
I got you.
Shout out to everybody in the chat room, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
We see y'all.
Absolutely. We do see Cisco come back, so that's kind of the trifecta with the Creep Squad.
Yeah.
And so they kind of have like a little reunion jumping up. Khalil, what, are you just mad
This
at
Creep Squad is...
Do you not like the Creep Squad?
No, I'm not down with this. I'm not down with this. So first off, Creep, like that's... Can we pick a different name?
Actually, wait. They all mess with the same girl, too. The same.
But I mean, like,
Rylan.
can we get a different name? Like, why are we addressing ourselves as Creep Squad? Even if, like, you practice some of the things that the Creep Squad practices.
Why would you call yourself that?
Exactly. Like, I don't...
Self-proclaimed.
I mean...
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, we do see Cisco later, like he's being touched because he wants to run the Creep Squad, and they want him out of the Creep Squad.
He's mad
Like-
because he's not in the Creep Squad.
Since the stunt with last year, I'm like,
Yeah.
come on, dog.
Yeah.
What was it? Like, he was, like, trying to get back at Richie D for...
Right.
With some
Yeah.
of
The
the
whole,
whole...
it was the Mariah Lynn situation. Yeah, and then he shows up, and then it was really bad. It was really messy. It was on some garbage stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Creep
We
Squad.
do see a new inductee into the Creep Squad, Snoop.
You know what I'm saying? Fresh out of Baltimore.
Out of
big
Baltimore,
York
in the
street.
house.
I was on the wire.
Yeah, all of that.
Shout out to Snoop though.
Yeah.
Low key though, like I'm like, this is kind of cool. That I don't know why you're here, but this is kind of cool
I don't
that
know
you're
why.
here.
She's there because of that girl that she's with.
No. She's here to try to get her record label off,
That's-
but
I mean,
that's
that's-
what they're disguising it.
Yeah.
But the
And,
girl she's with, though,
She bad.
the girl she's with is bad.
What's her name? Jay.
Yeah.
Jay Adrienne.
Adrenaline, right?
Jay
Adrenaline. She
what I
got
got
mine.
from it.
Adrenaline going.
Oh, what's
Oh,
up, Shawana?
man.
Is that Shawana? Yeah, Shawana. What's going on, girl? I see
yeah.
you.
What's up?
Okay.
Hey, you got fans already, Khalil?
Oh,
you
no,
the
I
man out
just say
here.
what's up.
You know what's cracking.
No,
You know
no,
what's cracking.
okay. But anyway,
So we see she's here, and obviously it looks like she's going to be a huge. She was actually all over this episode. Snoop was with Jay Adrienne, which we'll get into some of the other stuff that went
he was
down.
about to do it.
with them.
He's about to say adrenaline. He was about to say adrenaline.
I promise I was.
Jay adrenaline, baby. I started. You heard it here first.
Jay Adrenaline.
We do see Yandy come back, which has also been a fixture since day one.
Yep, right.
We knew that was still going to happen. We now know, of course, in the last episode, Mendeces went to jail. He's in jail in this point in the season, and she's talking about him, and she's actually dealing with Samantha, who was one of the other baby mamas.
From the United Nations meeting that we had last season.
Right, which
The
was
United
hilarious.
Nations of the baby mamas.
I'm gonna bring everybody
Was y'all-
together.
Did y'all catch this? Y'all catch that?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring
Before
everybody together.
Mendeces went in, he got all of us baby mamas in, and we all talked about it.
We
just
all
like-
sat at a round table.
I just want to make sure y'all cool, because when I leave, I'm like, what?
You have to
I
hold
gotta
it down.
give props
Hold
to
it down.
Mendeces though. He sure knows how to pick a baby mama. What's her name?
Right.
Samantha. We're talking about Samantha.
I ain't mad.
Samantha. I see why.
Yeah,
I see
Samantha's-
why. And then
Samantha's beautiful.
Yandy, I see why.
Yeah.
The
No, I mean, yeah.
third one, I don't know yet, but hey,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
She's a pretty girl. She's having issues with Yandy, and they've always had issues. I mean, this is nothing new, but now, and Samantha, last season, we did see that she was very against Little Mendeces going to visit him in prison.
Yeah.
And, you could have your opinion on it, but
That's
she
what I
is
wanted
the
to ask
mother.
y'all, actually. What did y'all think about that? I mean, obviously, it's up to the mother's discretion.
Sure.
For sure. But just your personal opinion, what did you think?
Absolutely. I think it's kind of tough because, number one, I've never been in prison. I'm also not a parent. So I've seen it both ways. I could see if I was in jail, and I've seen where men, people that I know that have gone to jail, is like, don't bring my kids here because I don't want to
Yeah.
see them like this.
Yeah.
But I've also seen the other where it's like you keep the kids away, then they're going to lose out on who their father is and all this kind of stuff. So I could really see both things. I think if it was me and I was in prison, I would still want to see my kids because those are my children, you know. But again, I can see both sides of it. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I've actually been to prison to visit my stepfather as a child.
Okay.
I don't feel like it did anything for me. Like, I could care less if he was in prison, if he was out.
It
like,
didn't matter.
Yeah, like, it didn't matter. So, it's kind of like, you know, if I think it would come down to how the mother feels and how the father feels.
Sure.
And, like, they would just have to come
to an agreement.
Exactly.
All right.
I can't say one is right and one is wrong.
Right. I'm with you. What do you think?
I'm sticking with what they actually did, and they left it up to Mendices, who is the person actually going to jail.
Right.
He did say he wanted his son there. If that's what he wants, then bam. That's what I'm sticking with.
And again, as the father, I think he should have the right to see his son.
Right.
I do think, though, the whole situation with Samantha, and you can tell in last season when we kind of got to know her really good, is that Yandy does try to take over the situation.
Definitely.
And I do believe that, you know, because you called her super mom, and you just want to be doing, and you got all this, and I think Yandy does do that. I think Samantha feels some kind of way. I don't think she has anything. She doesn't care about Mendices as far as that, but I think she feels when it comes to her son that she's making all these decisions and where he's going to school and all, and she feels like she doesn't have any say so. So I think for her, it's an act of defiance to be like, nah, he's not going to see him because I'm the mom, and that's what I want to happen.
And then too, I feel like ever since we've seen Samantha on any episode, I don't think she's there for the spotlight. I think she really is just there for the son.
Absolutely.
I'm going to do my scenes, make sure I get my check, and then I'm going to leave it at that. And then only time we've seen her up in a rage is when Yandy tries to control the whole thing, and then she's like, "Nah,
She gets
I'm
upset.
the mother." Yeah.
Right, she gets upset. No, and I feel for her. I feel for her in that situation because I can imagine how that would be. And of course, you know, he has another child with another baby mama, and I'm sure she's doing the same thing in that relation. So, but she also is quick to say like, right, I'm doing this, you know, my man's in jail, so she feels like she's got it all on her to do. And that's kind of what she is. She's a boss. But, you know, we'll see how it plays out. We see Kimbella come back.
Yeah.
Who's been on before.
Yeah.
Looking a little different.
Was that the same girl who got her hair on fire that one time? At the party? Remember they was at a party and like she sat down and like she caught her hair on fire or some shit.
It could have been, but she did get whooped on. Really bad. Like somebody
I do
whooped
remember
her
that.
bad.
I think I remember that.
Somebody
She got
whooped her
her ass
bad.
beat?
Yeah, like bad.
I think I remember that.
I gotta go back.
Yeah, bad. Like
go back.
seriously bad.
Y'all let us know in the chat.
Yeah,
Right,
let
yeah,
us know.
let us know.
But I wouldn't. It could have been her too. There was a lot when she was on the show. There was just a lot of stuff. But like I said, she was in a lot of fights. But yeah, she got whooped on pretty bad. She's with Jules Santana, who she's been with for a long time. Jewels.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Yep. Who has some hits back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
According to what we see this season, looks like he's trying to get back in the business. He feels like he's needed in the industry. What do you guys think about that? What
I
he
knew
said about
that question was coming.
I knew it was too, but
knew
yo,
that question
the
was
game
coming.
has changed. You
I was
know,
scared of that question.
the game has changed.
We don't know.
Him coming back in the game, it's not gonna make a big difference.
There it
But
was.
like
Chrissy,
I said,
time
I am
out.
a huge. what's
Chrissy
up?
and Erica beat her ass. That's what we got.
Oh,
so
okay.
Chrissy was the one that I remember really
And
going
she
hard
had
on
so
her.
much surgery too.
Yeah,
Okay.
she had
But,
a lot of- and then she got into it with Erica Mena. But
Yeah,
anyway, go
I
ahead.
knew that question was gonna come because I was a Jewels fan. You know,
yeah.
Dipset Anthem, Diplomatic Immunity, like all of it. Like I was
I was
riding for the
downtown
team.
clubbing, ladies' night.
See, shorty, she was crazy, right?
And I approached baby like, Ma, what's your agent type? She looked at me and said, you's a baby, right? I told her,
Yeah,
hey,
man.
man, we can go on for days.
all day.
Yeah, I'm good, bro. I'm
Yeah,
good. I'm
you
good,
good?
It's
bro. I'm
like,
good.
it's like,
Yeah.
right? So I see Cameron, he continues to drop songs here
on
and
him
there,
too.
blah, blah, blah. And
Right.
it's not.
He can do a verse.
The game has changed.
Give me- They-
It's
give
not
me-
the same game.
That's what I feel like. Guys like him, Cam, like y'all can give me a verse, and I'll be very happy with that verse. I'll be
Right.
like, "Oh, did you hear him on that boy? We
Right,
got
yeah.
little Jewels on
Right.
that." Don't give me no album.
Are you mad?
I don't want no album.
Cam voice.
So
but-
do you not want an album from Jules, or do you not want an album from Dipset at all?
I feel like you had your time. Like, for one, I feel like you had your time. Two, if you're gonna do it, you gotta come out and you gotta come out like guns blazing.
Right.
Like you gotta come out correct.
Right.
G Unit, when they had their reunion,
Right.
they came out, they stepped right. It was like, oh, this shit hot.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
ain't gonna lie. And then they fizzled after like a couple months or whatever. But when it was happening, it was like,
It was
oh,
on
nigga,
it.
G Unit coming back.
Right.
Ooh,
Right.
You better watch out. And like, so, you know what I'm saying? It's the same kind of thing. Like, if you're gonna come back, you better come correct.
I think it was definitely an era, that they were in, and that era that they were in was like where they belonged.
Yeah.
And I kind of agree with you with that. But you could also look at it as somebody like who we haven't got to yet, but Remy Ma. And Remy Ma, she had her shine. Now, of course, she went to prison, and she was in prison for 6.5 years.
Yeah.
We saw that last season when she was introduced.
Yeah.
But she came back.
And she
But that
took
was a
over the
little
game.
different.
That was different.
That was different. One, she's a female rapper.
Okay.
So we don't
True.
get too many of those.
Right.
We don't.
Okay.
Two, she a lot of people felt like her time was cut short.
Well, it was.
And where
Definitely was.
She
Where
was in
everybody
prison.
else is an assistant creep. I like that. That's funny. Wolf. All right, cool. I'll take it. Where a lot of people felt like her time was cut short. Where
Right.
like with Jewels, it was like, all right, we gave you your time.
Yeah.
And now we done moved on.
Right. Because he came in at the game.
That's the difference.
I just wanted to get your
Yeah.
opinion.
No, I
I don't
feel it.
disagree. I don't disagree. I was just curious because I was just kind of playing devil advocate because she was around that era. She was
Yeah,
big
same-
around that
yeah.
same era. But I think her situation. I think that's a great point. She's a female rapper. We don't have a lot of those that are dope.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot
Real
of those
talk,
that are dope.
Remy's been
Yeah.
on top since
Yeah. Yeah.
since she got into
Right.
the game too.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. She was. I mean, Terror Squad. Come on, man.
Not only
Yeah.
that, it
Come on.
was so much anticipation when Remy was coming out.
Like,
Like
yeah. It's like the streets been waiting.
but Dipset, like they even had their little. It was a short period not too long ago. It's like, oh, Dipset reunion. Like word,
Right.
Yeah,
word.
exactly.
All right,
Yeah.
What's up with that? And nothing happened.
Nothing
So it's
happened.
like, I don't know,
Yeah.
bruh. I don't
We'll see.
think
We'll
so.
see. I mean, it looks like he's trying to make the comeback. So, I mean, we're going to follow it, obviously, in the season. And speaking of Cameron, he's making an appearance later that we see in the previews.
Cameron
So-
on Love and Hip Hop. Oh man,
man,
what's going
You gotta
on
get
in New
You gotta
York?
get these checks.
What's
You gotta
going
get
on
You got to
with
get these
these,
checks.
man?
Get these checks.
Computers,
Right,
Right, right.
Y'all get shot at, homie. I do the shooting.
hey. Well, I want to jump back to Cardi B. First of all, she's singing now. Like, I
I don't
mean,
know about singing.
I mean, okay. I mean, I know she's trying to get her. She's trying to get her
I mean,
thing
this
going.
is
Artist
little bit
mode.
hip hop.
Right.
It's gotta
I
be
gotta
something
have my
about
hip hop.
But do you think that she should be singing? I'm just curious.
I think she should stick to.
Somebody said Cardi B's mixtape was
Rapping.
fire.
Is fire?
Oh,
All right.
We got a Cardi B fan here. Okay.
Okay. Well, we had to play it. We
All
gotta
right,
maybe
yeah, we
play
gotta-
it.
we gotta find
We gotta
some- we gotta
find
find
it
some
out. Play it
tracks.
on the show.
Okay.
We do find out another gentleman, Swift, who's actually working with her. He's producing her. And they got this little flirtation thing going on.
Right.
We see at that scene they're kind of flirting. We see Bianca come back,
Right.
who was on last season, who had a lot of craziness going on
Put a
with
song on the side. Let it ring. Clear it
BBOD.
out.
Remember that group?
Oh my God.
They was beefing.
I hope they're not on
Yeah.
this. Please tell me.
I didn't see any previews with them on this, so it looks like they're not on. She also I think she was beefing with Mariah Lynn, but she also
Fake ass
wanted to
beefs.
get. She wanted to be managed by Yandy, so we do see that connection being made. And then speaking of Remy Ma, Papoose is back. I
Black
like Remy
Love.
Ma.
Man.
Yeah.
Black Love. I rock with
man.
it.
I'm gonna tell you
okay?
right now. I'm
Yo.
gonna tell you right now. Yo, when Remy Ma came on the show, I was like, yo, I feel like this show, and same thing with Cardi B. They really breathe life into Love and
Yeah,
Hip Hop.
They,
sure.
no, Remy Ma.
They breathe life
and
into the show.
Papoose is the definition of love
I,
and hip hop.
like I was
Right.
watching it, I was like, yo, I kind of want that. I ain't gonna.
I rock with it.
Yeah, like, what up?
That was kind of nice.
Yeah.
Right there. I like
No, but I think the whole last season and seeing their journey, her coming back, dealing with the kids, and her talking about being in jail, and that came up, because
Yeah.
of being visited and all that kind of stuff. And then them wanting a family and then getting married and that whole situation.
Thank you,
I thought it was
Sky. Thank
super dope. I thought it was super dope. I think she's fresh. I love her comebacks. Her comebacks are vicious.
Yeah.
And they're dope.
I
And
lied.
And it remind me, I know, right?
Right.
I lied.
We all
I
laughed at that part.
I watched some twins.
But
I
she's dope though. Like she's
Yeah.
super dope. She's probably my favorite on the show. All the way up, of course, is super banging. Major hit. She came back with. Papoose
yeah.
is actually managing her now. I mean that. Yeah, number one. I
her
mean,
verse,
absolutely.
her verse was arguably better than Jay's.
on the remix too. She even came harder on
arguably
the
better than
original.
Jay's.
Yeah, I mean that's up for this. That's up for debate.
That's up for debate.
That's up for
Because I've been
debate.
locked down for 6 summers.
But
I was like, ooh.
But she definitely got bars. Like she definitely deserves to be there, and I'm glad she's getting a shine back. I definitely am glad to see her getting a shine back. It's much deserved. Much deserved. Papoose manager now. Of course, he hits her up about the deal. You know, and she says I lied. So we're gonna see if she gives in. But yeah, she was quick to say that. We see Snoop and J. Adrienne talk, and you know, they kind of, you know, talking. We see that we're going to focus on this relationship. This relationship is going to be a huge component of this series. Oh, Khaliel's having issues with it. What's up, Khaliel?
Man,
What's
first
up?
off.
First
We
off,
know it's fake.
Let me get a sip here.
I know it's fake. All right.
Well, how do y'all feel about moving, picking up,
New York,
like leaving your life and picking up to go be with somebody?
Go ahead.
We spoke about it like on the Love and Hip Hop. What Hollywood?
Yeah.
What's her name? Who came over here for Cisco? Nope, that was the New York actually.
No, that was New York. That was New York. That was Strawberry.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Same thing
These
with
names.
that. You drop
Well,
in.
Dale Strawberry's daughter. So yeah, her
Right.
real last name is Strawberry.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
dropping their whole life to be on this show,
Right.
and they
Somebody said
talk
she's
about
gay
I got
for
my
pay.
kids home, I got this and all this stuff. It's a big sacrifice. Hopefully, they use a platform to help themselves out.
I mean, okay, so this
That's
is
some
my
shit for a boyfriend girlfriend shit, or I guess girlfriend. That's a lot of shit for some.
That is
girlfriend
a lot, and I feel like personally, when you say I'm gonna up and leave, and you got a son, and I
You
said
got
the
a
same
career,
thing, right?
You have a life,
And you come like really, and I feel like if we just jump back a little bit, for those of y'all that's been rocking with Love and Hip Hop for a while, and we saw Erica Mena, and she had her girl Sin that she kind of got with. And it was the same type of, you know, relationship. And all of a sudden, Sin just come out of nowhere. And she's like, oh, I love you. And all this kind of stuff.
Which, to update on that, Sin is now with Joe Budden now. But,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, word. So I think, and then the Strawberry Girl that you were just talking about, where she just moved. And I think I feel some kind of way where you have to leave your child. Because ultimately, this is a show that you're doing. You're not leaving just for this relationship. You're leaving to do a show. So you're trying to get your career off or whatever you're trying to do, or everybody tries to get their 15 minutes of fame. They use a reality show situation. So I have an issue when someone leaves their child and says, I'm going to do this, and then put it as something else. Say for what it is. Don't say I left my child because I'm in love with you. Just keep it real.
Yeah.
Just keep it real.
Which is why I rock with Cardi B's. Yo, guys, I'm spitting over here.
Yeah, I see.
I rock with Cardi B so much because everything she says, that's actually her. It's not a front. Maybe the storyline with the whole love thing, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But
she's
after
being
that
herself.
though, that's
She's
actually
being
her.
herself. Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. We see, and then, I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's going to be interesting how it develops. Like when I thought she was super extra when she got mad, you know, the girls come up to Snoop and they're trying to take pictures. She's like, oh, and she just starts wilding out of nowhere. I mean, of course it was staged, but it was just like, really? Like, it just looked really, because yes, it was staged, but it also looked bad on her as to like, why would you be wilding out so hard for somebody taking pictures?
Over some fans?
Yeah. I mean, like, are you that insecure?
Thank you.
And my thing is, you know, she's a beautiful girl. So what is it? You know what I'm saying? There's got to be something else that we're missing. We see, you know, Jules come by and talk to Yandy. And for those of you, again, going back in time, Yandy actually, it was either first or second season, she was managing Jim Jones.
Yeah.
And so that's how we got the introduction to Yandy. And so they had a falling out. So she's not managing her no more. So then Yandy kind of took off and then became kind of a more, you know, frontline on the cast. And then she used to rock really hard with
Jewels.
Jewels and Kimbella, yes.
Kimbella.
And so we find out, you know, we know that there was a strain there. We don't know exactly what happened. And they kind of talk about, you know, the whole marriage, you know, when they went to the wedding and, you know, she felt some kind of way. Yandy's wedding.
I don't know about you guys, but they said you are not there about 20 times. Over dramatic, all right?
Well, that was definitely
come on.
45 minutes cut down to 45 seconds.
Sure.
But
That was definitely longer. That was definitely longer. And we know that because, you know, in production, people that work in production. But I do think, I will say, I don't necessarily think that was a stage situation. I think that was real feelings because they really did have a relationship. They really were friends. Now, granted, you know, the fact that it came together for the show, it is a show at the end of the day. But I do think that they both were hurting, and I think Yandy, and I think with Yandy, you know, she comes off as this, you know, tough girl. She is a boss, all this kind of stuff, but she is dealing with a lot with her dude in prison, not knowing when he's coming out. She's got these kids that she got 2 kids with him, plus the 2 kids that she helps take care of. On top of, you know, trying to run her business and all this kind of stuff. So I feel for her, and then all of a sudden you just, you know, now you feel like you're by yourself.
Agreed.
You know, I mean, at some point in time you're gonna crack, and I think that was a moment where when they were talking, that she kind of let those emotions go. My favorite of the entire episode was Cardi B at the dentist. Yeah, that joint was then the girl.
Can my friend hold my hand?
Right. But the dentist though,
Did anybody see the dentist try to be hip like she's 21 or something? She's like,
The dentist was trying to get some
we gonna
more
knock these
clients.
haters down with that smile of yours.
Let me tell you, Cardi B, you don't need to fix nothing, girl. All right, leave them teeth crooked. You know what I'm saying? What J. Cole say about the crooked smile? Like, oh, keep them shits crooked.
Smile, yeah.
Forget anybody who got something negative to say about your crooked teeth, girl. You just keep doing you.
Keep doing what you gotta
Get them
do.
coins, right?
We do see though
the shmoney.
The shmoney. We do see Swift, who's, you know, her little producer dude, and supposedly she's in there, you know, getting her teeth looked at. He's on the phone with his actual girlfriend, who lives in London.
Hello.
And you know, she's talking about like all of this, and I'm like, okay, so they're setting up the whole beef that's gonna happen between the two of them, and she's already knows about Cardi B, and she's like, you better not be doing anything with it. Right? I'm not. Oh, I gotta go.
We see it coming. Yeah.
Right. You know, and he's being sneaky. Like, come on, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
My issue is like, same with him, the Creep Squad. None of these guys are real players. Like, you're not. You're just not. Like, you would not put this on TV.
If you were real.
Yeah.
If you were real.
Like, no.
Stop it.
Sit down.
You know the rules. There are rules to the game.
There are rules to the game.
You would not be on TV.
Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't have Facebook. You wouldn't be doing nothing. Like, come on.
Like a real person, a real player is not going to put it out like that.
Exactly.
Thank you.
But again, I mean, and I think we have to kind of suspend reality with these reality shows.
Yes.
Because, I mean, it is what it is. I just can't, I'm just telling you, I just can't wait. Because for me, I want to go back to Cisco a little bit because he's so sensitive. Like, he's
He's emotional.
He's super I mean, the whole season, last season, he was super emotional. And it was like he kept getting his feelings hurt, and he's feeling when him and Dallas got into it, and you was and I'm gonna, you know, and they like you just my boy, and I can't believe it, a girl, and and it just like, and his game like when he was with Mariah Lynn, who we gonna look later, and he's like, yeah, you know, you got pretty eyes. Can I take a closer look at him? Like, I'm like,
get your old school game up out of here.
You ever see Mike Epps stand up?
Game.
And he was like, when people, you know, guys on the game too long, and they got that old game, they kind of prison, Miss Lady. It's like that kind of game. Like, come on, man, that don't really work. Like, stop it. I think it's going to be an interesting season. I mean, again, my favorites are Cardi B, and of course Remy Ma and Papoose, and kind of how that's going to develop. I just hope, you know, with Cardi B's Hennessy sister, that it doesn't get too much, because she was way too turned up for me. Like, it was still daytime.
Sister!
That was her first time ever on camera. She took
I like this lifestyle.
advantage of every 20 seconds that she got.
Right.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What is this?
It's like a vibrator. And I ain't sat on one in a long time.
I'm like, yo, are you serious? So,
Mariah Lynn.
yeah, she hasn't. We haven't seen her up yet. She's coming up.
She's back.
She's definitely back. We'll see her come forward. There's I mean, we're gonna see Guns. I don't know how much we'll see of Guns.
Peter.
But
the originator.
he's part of the Creep Squad. Khaliel loves so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna be
Putting in
interesting.
my application. Baby.
Right. Creep Squad. And I don't know that we're gonna see. There's a few others. We're going to see Mendes' other baby mama. She's going to make another appearance. So we're going to see how, because that whole situation. So I think there's a lot. There's a lot of characters this season. But I mean, I think it's going to be interesting. Love and Hip Hop New York was the original one. It's been my favorite.
Yeah.
I know, you partial to
ATL,
Atlanta,
ho.
but I love Love and Hip Hop New York, and it'll be interesting to see. I would love to see Erica Mena make a comeback. I'm just saying.
Oh man,
She was my favorite when she was there. I know
She
she probably
just
never be back on the show.
yelled for no reason.
But she reminded me of Remy Ma
Chrissy.
with her comebacks. Like she had really, really good comebacks.
Yeah,
That's what I love. She
she's
was
slick
quick
with the
with
tongue.
it. Quick with
Slick
it.
with the
In
tongue.
that whole Rich Dollar situation, So anyway, yeah, man. Let's get into predictions and kind of figure out what you think, going forward. Let's do that.
All right, yeah.
James, light it up.
Let's see what we gonna get popping on
Your
this season.
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, Khaliel.
No.
Keep saying-
Let him go first. Let him go first.
Khaliel, man, what's up?
I will gladly go for it.
Yeah.
Y'all see me here, right? This is how I'm gonna be all season, okay? Because I know I can't take shit from this, all right? But what I hope they do, because a whole lot of people watch Love and Hip Hop, and y'all know I'm all about positiveness, right?
Right.
I hope they put something on TV that we can learn from. And that's all that I'm saying. But besides that, I'll keep sipping my tea and eating my popcorn.
Spitting all over the table.
And follow me, all right?
It's-
Let me drop that plug in there.
Do that. Khaliel, are you ready?
I predict we're going to run in circles for the whole season.
Deja vu.
Just it. That's
You
it.
seen
We're
it?
going to run in
Just run in
What you
circles.
saw on tonight's episode, we're going to see it every episode.
Every episode.
A fight.
We're going to run in circles.
Someone throw a drink.
Okay, let me ask you this, both of you. Do you think, because of the additions with some of these artists that they're not up and coming, he's been established. I'm talking about Jules, I'm talking about
Cam,
Cameron, all this stuff.
yeah.
Do you think we're gonna get some good music out of this?
No.
No.
Maybe with Remy. I think Remy probably, she might have some heat for us coming soon. But
think-
another thing I was thinking about is like we saw Summer Jam, and that was that was a minute ago. I don't remember exactly when it was, but it's like, so it'll be.
They filmed this
it'll
last year. So any new music that we might see, probably already dropped.
Will already be out. Was this already from last year? This
I
wasn't
thought
from
that
this
was
year?
this year's, the Summer Jam. I thought that was this year.
Yeah, I thought so too.
All I know is the footage that they have now is from early 2016 stuff.
They do.
This
I
is still
have noticed
we're
that
still in
sometimes.
2016.
Yeah, but
Right, yeah.
I do notice sometimes they have intercut stuff that like happened later with some early. I have seen that
Right.
with the show, but I have to go back and look because I could have sworn that said some what's it called? The whatever 16. Summer Jam 16.
16.
Yeah,
I feel like it
coulda
was
sworn
like
it said
early
that.
part of 16. And I think you're right about the intercutting stuff
Yeah,
from earlier. But I don't think it's from last year because we're already in November of this year. So I can't see them filming last year.
Yeah,
and then that's a
same.
lot.
Well,
Same.
when Kim and Yandy were having the conversation, she was like, "Oh, your man just got locked up a few months ago. So if it's a few months ago, they're not referring to like last year."
No, but I mean, if
That's
you
what
got,
I'm.
I think it's early part of this year. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think it's early part of this year. I mean, you can tell by the weather and stuff like that. I mean, it's New York, so if it was wintertime, it'd be cold, and I mean, you can kind of tell by the season. So I think it was the early part of next year, maybe spring or something. But we'll see. But I hope. I do agree with you. I hope we get some positiveness. I feel like we don't get a lot of that from Love and Hip Hop because
Remy Ma and Papoose.
yeah, well,
I look up to them. Damn it.
I think that's the shining moment.
Yeah.
And I hope that we continue to get that from them because I think last year we got her coming out. That was huge,
Right.
coming from prison. Yeah. The marriage between them, even like their relationship developing and the music and all that kind of stuff. So now it's like, what else can they do? They're going to have more kids. Like, is it just going to be some bomb music? Like, what is it going to be?
We're gonna have him managing other people,
Oh, well, there you go.
which is apparently his son.
Oh, is that going forward?
His son might be. No, it was in the. It was in the
Oh,
preview.
it was in the preview.
preview.
That's right. Because
Yeah.
the son and her daughter was there.
Yeah.
And that's why he was like, oh, I'd rather show you. because he's talking about the son.
Right.
So maybe the son got bars.
Papoose got bars.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Papoose got mad bars.
I don't think he let his son.
You seen him freestyle?
Yeah.
He's a monster.
Yeah, so I don't think he would let his son go out here and be corny.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting.
Good look.
Yeah. But that's been our episode for today. We want to thank you for tuning in. We want to thank you, everybody that was on the chat. Make sure you, as my boy always says, keep the conversation going.
Yep.
Make sure you subscribe to us if you haven't already on YouTube, and follow AfterBuzz TV everywhere we're at. I've been your host, Lem Gonsalves. You can find me always at The Poet Saint all day, every day. Also, my new website, stayonthemic.com. Make sure you check that out.
What?
Jimmy V, where you at, baby?
Yeah, it's your boy Jimmy V. Hit me up Twitter, Instagram at Be Your Own Dad. Check out the blog. Trust me, it's popping. BeYourOwnDad.blogspot.com. I'll see you there.
My new man, I'm gonna call him Doubting Thomas, Khaliel.
Khaliel Abooboo, Twitter and Instagram.
Get it.
Okay, yeah.
That's all.
Straight to the point.
Twitter,
I
Instagram,
was
Khaliel
expecting something
Abooboo.
else. Okay.
Nah,
Get it.
that's it. You'll see everything right up there.
There it is. It's right there. Until next time, man. We'll see y'all next week. Keep it.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.